What's up YouTube? I'm Shabazz. Now usually on my channel we are making videos about something more positive. We're checking out flower, trying things out, consuming things, all of that. All right. Today I'm making a video concerning the new California hemp ban. Now I'm sure that at this point you've probably seen in the news, on social media or whatever, the state of California has banned any hemp products that have any detectable THC. Now there are numerous states in the United States that have enacted some type of ban or legislation or whatever against hemp products. I haven't made videos about all of those. Too many different laws in too many different states. The reason I'm making a video about this is A, I live in California, so it directly affects me. B, California is the most populous state in the United States, so it affects the biggest amount of people. And C, a lot of people have questions about this because California really led the way in the United States as far as cannabis legalization and cannabis law reform. So a lot of people are confused, like, California was the first state with medical cannabis, and California really led the way with very liberal cannabis laws. So what's going on here? Basically, Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, enacted like a emergency executive power type of thing. All right. And what that did was ban most hemp products in California. Now, like I said, the law stipulates that it's any hemp products that contain any amount of detectable THC. So that means any full spectrum flower, tinctures, and of course, any sort of Delta 8, HHC, altanoids, and THCA flower. The only thing that is not banned in California, as far as I can tell, based on the wording of this order, is broad spectrum or CBD isolate type products, because it doesn't have any THC. So people here can still get broad spectrum tinctures, oils, CBD isolate, gummies, but that really means nothing because all that stuff is snake oil anyways. It doesn't really do anything. In case you're new to my channel, you're new to hemp, CBD, cannabis, or whatever, CBD by itself is beneficial to you. However, you need a small amount of THC to use as a catalyst to really take advantage of all of its effects, whether that be mental or physical. So if you live in California and you are buying hemp oil, you're buying flour, whatever, inside of California, you won't be able to do that anymore. However, and I think this is going to answer a lot of people's questions, you can still continue ordering your hemp products, flour, gummies, tinctures, whatever, online as you've been doing and have it delivered. All right. Individual states, the state of California, cannot dictate what other people in other states can do. They have no jurisdiction. They cannot enforce any sort of laws. They also cannot dictate or have any say in what the USPS can do. The USPS is a federal entity, and the USPS delivers any legal hemp products nationwide to all 50 states. And obviously, all the stuff you see here on my channel, all of y'all who are in the hemp and CBD cannabis world, you already know all the good stuff is online. Anybody who's buying stuff in brick and mortar stores, 9.9 times out of 10, you're getting ripped off. It's going to be overpriced junk. All right. Now, here's the kicker, though. Here in California, there's hardly any hemp products that are sold here in California. Now, I know that out in the East, in the Midwest, in the South, you have hemp products, and that every CBD flower, THCA flower, vapes, D8, D10, HHC, everything under the sun is sold at smoke shops and gas stations everywhere. I know, I've been to these places. I've visited multiple locations, been inside them, bought stuff from them, everything. I actually have a video where I went to a few places in Illinois and bought it and checked it out. We don't have that here in California. I'm not saying it doesn't exist at all, but since the Farm Bill passed in 2018, I've never been to a smoke shop or gas station or anything here in California and seen any hemp products being sold. It's just not a thing here. Maybe in more rural areas, maybe up in Northern California, you might find some stuff like that. Out in the desert stuff, you know, there's not a big market here. There's already a lot of people here that use cannabis, they use marijuana, whether they just use recreational adult use marijuana or they use medical marijuana, and so there's no reason for people to be trying to find these loophole highs and buzzes and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm sure it does exist somewhere. It existed enough for them to ban it. All right. So like I said, you can still order it online, you can have it delivered, and you can possess it. All right. In the state of California, the possession of cannabis is legal. All right. So you are safe to use and consume any hemp products. You just cannot buy them or sell them. I'm not sure about growing. I haven't looked too deep into the wording of the law and everything. I have read, people are concerned about hemp farms and producers and stuff here in California. I have a feeling that that is heavily going to mess with that. Not that there's a lot of hemp farms here in California, because there's not. The marijuana industry has really kept that out of the state, all right? Which leads me to my next point. Why did this ban happen? The answer is simple: money, all right? Now, if you look at the wording of the laws, the official state press releases and everything, stuff from the governor, they use all these words about, oh, we got to protect the children, and we don't know what's inside some of this stuff, and it's not regulated, and we have they use the whole sympathy, we have to protect the kids and we have to make sure everything is safe and all that. They don't give a damn about any of that, all right? That's the same stuff they use to ban like nicotine vapes and stuff, which saves people's lives from dying from cancer from smoking cigarettes. They use we got to save the children, again, for profits. The tobacco industry invests a lot of money in the state of California because the state of California is already trying to push them out. And so nicotine vapes and all that, that was the final straw. Basically what's going on right here, this is a combination of cannabis companies, the cannabis industry, I'll just say, the marijuana industry here in California, as well as the state, have come together into this evil villain superpower and said, no, we can't have anything that's going to be cutting into our revenue or our tax revenue. If you come to California, you want to buy marijuana, you can go into a dispensary, you show your ID, and that's it. You go in, you buy whatever you want, you walk back out. It's like buying alcohol at a liquor store, but with a lot more security, all right? However, when you buy cannabis at a dispensary, which is the only way to do it legally here in California, you pay a ton of tax, all right? You pay almost like double what the actual cost of the item is in tax. There's sales tax, and there's cannabis excise taxes, there's state excise tax, there's local excise tax, and all type of other fees, all right? So your $25 eighth turns into like a $44 eighth after tax. The state gets all of that money, and they want that money, all right? And here's the numbers. In 2023, cannabis companies, and these are the people that grow and sell marijuana here in California, made over $5 billion in revenue. $5 billion. That's a lot of money. The state gained over $1.5 billion in tax revenue from that over $5 billion in sales. So we have billions of dollars at play here. Billions. These marijuana companies and the state of California, they want every cent of that. They don't want anything chipping away at that money. So they find out, Juan and Billy Joe are down at the corner store buying some D8 flour and some Delta 10 drinks and some THCA, blah, blah, blah. Hell no. No. They can't track that. They can't tax that. That's not benefiting them at all. That stuff is sold and taxed like any other regular commodity, all right? I've also seen some comments about people talking about like, oh, Curaleaf and Trulieve and stuff, that they're behind this. Here in California, those big like corporate cannabis companies, if they have a presence, it's very small and insignificant. They do not have any sort of monopoly or control here. Here in California, all of that monopoly and control is broken up into all of these smaller legacy marijuana companies. And there is some of the big ones like Glass House and Cookies and stuff, but it's shared by a lot of different smaller companies that put their money together to make stuff like this happen, to lobby the governor and the state and all that. I don't know exactly how it works, but that's what's happening. Another thing too, this is just a temporary like ban hold order until they can pass like some official law. So the details of this, exactly what is banned, the numbers or whatever, might vary in the future. Actually, it probably will vary in the future, all right? Because right now, this ban is actually conflicting with the Farm Bill, and there's a whole thing with the supremacy clause in the Constitution and everything where states cannot like overrule federal, all that. Right now, it sucks, it's stupid, but as a California resident, as somebody who a large part of my life is dedicated to the hemp and CBD industry and everything, I'm not really concerned about it, all right? I know that I can continue purchasing hemp online. The USPS will continue delivering it to me. I don't know of any of the reputable companies that are saying that they're not gonna deliver it to California or anything. I know there's a couple smaller ones that are like, they got scared and kind of punked out or whatever, and we won't ship to California. I don't care. I'm not tripping about that because I wasn't trying to get their flour anyway, all right? But all the good companies, reputable companies that you see here on my channel, so far, they're staying strong. There's not really any consequences for them, so there's no reason for them to stop shipping to California. Like I said, that's a federal matter, and any federal thing, it's pretty much up to the DEA to enforce this, but this is just a California ban on what can be sold and produced, manufactured, I don't know, inside of California. Well, another thing I want to address too, I know somebody's going to say it in my comments, don't call California California. It's really stupid. All right. And I'm not here to give you my political views or anything, but just communism is an economic model. And the fact that this is happening is the opposite of what communism stands for. This is actually runaway capitalism. This is putting the needs and the benefit of the people secondary to business profits. So this is actually on the complete other side of communism or liberalism or anything. This is on the other end of the economic and political spectrum. All right, this is super capitalism. This is rich people trying to stay rich and get richer, and you know, they don't want a cent taken away from their billions and billions of dollars. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. It's an ongoing issue. Like I said, this is just a temporary ban. Things probably will change. This is the information that I have now. I will stay updated and keep the discussion going on the Discord server. Make sure you go join that. If you want to support my endeavors with this channel, you can cop my merch or join my Patreon. Links for both are on my landing page in the video description. Shout out to all my patrons. They're keeping the channel growing and going. All right. If you are interested at all in the hemp or CBD cannabis industry, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.